What's up, guys? So here we are, about to do my market reaction for the day. Oh, my lens, hold on. There we go. All right, so this is my once through market reaction. You can see my face. All right, I'm gonna pretend I'm not driving again. Now, I'm looking at the market for the first time with you. This is my first initial reaction. I checked the market at around, let's see, it was like 12, or I was on the market from like 12 to 1 p.m. today. I'm on Eastern Standard Time, just in case. I'm just gonna kind of go through what I see, what I think happened today, what I like, the positions. Again, this is a channel for the stock market, so if you're long or short stocks, I'm just gonna say bullish, bearish. This is what I think about this. This is what I see about the chart. I don't trade stocks, I trade options. So for me, I have a large margin for error, so this is not financial advice. If you're doing exactly what I'm doing, you'll be safer. If I say bull and you go long, you'd be a lot safer, but this is not financial advice. So here we go. I'm looking, it's 5:29 p.m. You can see it right there on my screen. SPY, what did SPY do today? SPY, we're on the daily. Okay, so we kind of stayed within the range of yesterday. Volume was a little bit lighter. We're still going up on the stochastic. You know, we may have a little bit more up. If I just had to say, this is a guess, completely not financial advice, but if you had to say green or red tomorrow, I would probably, give me a second to look at my screen again. I mean, it kind of looks like it rose up, it's consolidating, maybe a rip up. That's about all I got for you. I don't have a really heavy conviction. Long term, my macro conviction is we are going down, because the Fed is saying, hey, we're gonna get to 5% or whatever, and we're gonna hold. The bond market says we don't believe you. I tend to side with the Fed. I think that's what's going to happen. I think they're going to hold above inflation. And I also heard this a rumor. I'm not 100% sure. Don't fact check me on this, but didn't they just come out and say, well, CPI were actually wrong? It was 1.2% higher or something like that. I might have heard that from Charlie, the YouTuber. But anyways, that may or may not be true. If that's the case, that's probably not going to look good here over the next week or so. So let's go back now. ELF, I have an ELF position. This is my needs help section. ELF have light volume today, and we're at the top, so I'm still not too concerned about ELF. I'll keep that. My strike is 75. I sold the 75 call and bought the 80 call. So I sold a credit spread on it. I think I sold it for $130. My buying power is like $470 or so. So that red line you see on the chart there, if we blow all the way past 80, that would put me in a bad spot on that position, but not concerning because I always control with size. So ELF, I still feel okay. I would be bearish on ELF right now. I would love to fade myself. One thing in the stock market, little tidbit snippet, never double down on your position. If you're losing, don't double down, because you're probably just going to double loss. So even though I like this even better today, I will not double down. You see my expiration is at 3/17. That's when my lottery ticket to the person I sold it to will expire. If it's in the money, I will owe them my buying power. If it's out of the money, what they bought from me for $130 is now dead. Okay, so there's ELF. Let's see. Let's look at my other positions. Tesla, I don't like Tesla being up. I'm short Tesla. Let's see. All right, so did we break? That's a good question right there. It looks like yes. It looks like today it made a new high. So that means we broke recent resistance. The last resistance was high 214 even. Today we got to 214.66. So theoretically, whenever you break resistance, it now becomes support, and then it goes up. So, and we did cross on the stochastic. Stochastic is this indicator down here. It'll let me highlight and scrub it. I'm scrubbing the stochastic, the green and the red line. So it crossed over Tesla. Out of all the stocks I play, Tesla beats me up the most and the worst. I'm short the 235 call, it looks like. I think I shorted the 235 call, bought the 240 call to cover. I feel okay. Tesla always ends up concerning me. I'm going to keep holding on to that one. I still feel bearish. I mean, it's over 100% in the last. Get rid of this. Go away. There we go. It's 100% in since when was that? Was it 101 on? Somebody read the date. Friday, January 6th. So, we've over 100% in a very short period of time. I feel like this thing's got to pull back. So, again, not financial advice, but I'm still bearish on Tesla. I'm starting to feel uncomfortable because it broke resistance yesterday. It's not good for me, and it also crossed. It did a bullish cross on that stochastic. So yeah, there's that. I'm gonna keep holding, so I'm not too worried about that. All right, let's see what else we got. Spotify doing. This is why I don't like to be in the market. Like, we just had a CPI report, so I did lighten up quite a bit before CPI. Let's see. Yeah, okay. So it looks like I'm short the 135, maybe. Yep, I'm short the 135. I probably bought the 140. So as long as we stay under 135, I think, I can't remember. That's why that first day I talked to y'all guys, I had it on the board to tell you what my returns were. I imagine this one's like a 15 or 16% return. As long as we stay below the red line. I don't have my strike marked on here. I imagine this is going to be probably like 22 more days or something left on this one. It crossed. See, we're so high. If you look at the stochastic, we're above 80. It's kind of like an RSI, but almost like you have moving averages. Like you see the green, red, and yellow line. Those are your moving averages. The green and red on the stochastic indicator, which again is down here. That's kind of like moving averages for RSI. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, just correct me in the thing. I believe that's how it works. But I know when there's a cross, that's going to be bullish. A green crossing over the red to the upside is a bullish cross on the stochastic. So I'm going to hold that one because that looks like it's going up, kind of consolidating. It could be ripping up. I'm going to hold. I'm going to keep I think it's going to be below 135. Let's see what else. SPY, I don't have a big position on SPY. You can see over here, needs help. I have a small debit position on SPY. Very small buying power. It's just like a 10x return if I'm right. I think my strikes are like bought the 360, sold the 350 approximately. And say on a tranche is your position size, the number of spreads. So like my one spread would have been, my buying power would have been $100. I think I have a buyback order at like $500, or a sell order because it's a debit spread for $500. So that would be like here goes my thing. That would be like a 4 or 5x. And camera configuration failed. Okay, so you can't see my face. I believe you can still hear me and see me. Let's see. Yes. Okay, you just can't see my face anymore. I'm sorry about that. It'll be fine. So anyways, let's get back to this. So we're about to summarize it. It was just a short one. Spotify, I'm still bearish. Not financial advice. Tesla, bearish, uncomfortable. That's good for you bulls. If I'm bearish but uncomfortable, it's great for the bulls. UNG, what happened? I didn't even check. I haven't even looked at UNG today. We are at 8:43 after hours. So UNG, I sold the 8 put and I bought the 750 put. It's a really tiny spread, really small position, but that's like a 70-something% return as long as we stay above $8. Next video you guys see, I'll have my expirations, like the vertical lines, so you can see where it has to be. Now I like the stochastic there. It looks like the green. Maybe wait, no, I don't because I'm bullish. It's like I'm not often bullish, but I was gonna say I like that the green's about to cross over the red, but no, I don't really like that. I wanted to just stay above $8. So we'll see how that works out. I'm still bullish. I'm still bullish on UNG, which is natural gas. Let's see, was there anything to put on? That's what I was doing earlier, is I was looking at stuff to put on. I added Roblox. Oh yeah, we're in the 3-day overextended. I added Roblox today because it gapped up today. Now, whenever I short or go long and there's a big price action movement, I never do it on day 1. I always wait, ideally till day 3, so tomorrow and the next day. Because typically what I've found is the day you think, oh, this is the day to short it or to go long it, that's never usually the day. A big volume bar, so we see right here, I'm scrubbing the volume bars. That big green volume bar you see, that's like they dumped a lot of gas on buying pressure, right? So you'd expect, and you can see the stochastic, it crossed over, that's bullish. So you'd expect the next few days this thing's going to keep going up because you just had a huge amount of up volume. So I'm not necessarily bearish yet. I would like to wait 3 more days. Those option premiums will continue to rise. The IVR will go up. And then, so like we trade at 45 today, let's say we get up to 50 in the next few days, maybe I'll sell the 70 calls on day 3. So it's very important. One of the only things you can control when you do these sort of things is your entry. So it's very important to be patient with your entry. Even if you're doing short-term stuff like I am, I'm never in it for more than 15 to 30 days usually. And even then I'm really patient on my entry. You'd say, oh man, we could short this if you're a short seller. If you're like a perma bull, you're like, why would you ever short that? Buy. Not making fun. Maybe you guys think it's overbought too, who knows. But anyways, I like Roblox here. I'm gonna watch it for 2 more days and then hopefully sell calls on Roblox. What else? FSLR. I just hate that you can see all the lines on this one. I hate that I've sold calls at a higher price. I mean, I love the stock because I've done it so much, but I hate that I've had such a better entry. So this one I will be patient. You can see it's early on for the stochastic. So I'll wait, and I could show you so many stocks where, like Uber. There's so many of them where, because I'm being so patient, like I could have shorted it here, taken a profit, but I'm very patient. See, there wasn't 3 days here. There was a big gap up, boom, and boom. There wasn't a 3rd day. I didn't do anything with it because I don't do that. You can see here, there was 1-2 days. I never got shorted. Big gap up, nope. So I'm just very patient, but that shows up in my track records. It shows up in my profitability. It's better to miss trades than to enter stuff that's gonna beat you up and eat you up. So like, what's another one? Was this one? It was 3 days. This one didn't have rich premium. I think that's what it was. I didn't like this one. What's another one? I think American Express dumped. Nope, it did not. Maybe the premium wasn't very nice in that one. Let's see. There's just like all these. This one, I think, this one gapped up. Nope, just not right yet. But yeah, that's, Baidu. Let me tell if I'm bullish or bearish on these things, because that's what y'all want to know. This, I just have a bearish sentiment myself. My personal opinion is pretty bearish because the Fed rate is high. It doesn't make sense for companies to keep going up if we're headed for a recession. You could say, well, we're going to have a soft landing. That's all opinion. My opinion is just not soft landing and economic boom. That's not my opinion. The cool thing about what we do and what I do is you could be a perma bull or a perma bear and still win all the time because you have so much room to be wrong. So if you're a perma bull, if you're doing the same thing I'm doing, then it's great. You can also just keep winning like myself because you have so much margin for error. So I feel like the job is to identify the risk. Are we have a major upside risk or a major downside risk? And if you can just identify that major risk and then trade accordingly with options and you're selling lottery tickets, then it's like that's all you really got to do, instead of trying to be right about your macro thesis. Here's a good one. I took a lot on this one. This one gapped up, huge volume right here, MDGL, and I waited till the third day. You can see my entry was right here, and I sold the 360 calls on this. I think it's a $5 wide spread. I think it was like a over 20% return on 360 calls. I mean, you can't even see. Yeah, you can see it up here, right about there. Yeah, so never got close to that ever. But the important part is to be patient, because if you did it here and say you sold up here, you'd be freaking out when the price action's right here. So that's why the 3 days is really important. That's just an example. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. I don't want to just keep rambling on. Scott's, I exited Scott's. I had a Scott's position. I'm kind of glad I exited. But I took, what was it? I sold it for 60, sold it for 60, bought it back at 10. So I took most of the profit out of that just a few days ago. I would be, let's look at the PE. Am I bullish or bearish on Scott's? Scott's is, I don't see the PE. What did they do? They moved it? Okay, now it's in the left over here. Left to the middle, left column. PE, it's not profitable, and they guided to be profitable. So I think, I would like to short Scott's. I'm not financial advice, but I'm bearish on Scott's Miracle Grow. I think it's going to go down. Okay. DraftKings, that's a heavily followed retail thing here. I haven't looked at DraftKings in so long. PE, they're not profitable. Anything where PE says NA, and we can look at the stochastic to see whether we want to drink the Kool-Aid or not. I wouldn't trade this just because there's no PE. If it got really high, I mean, I guess you could. I would short that. Not after it just crossed on the stochastic. I wouldn't short it. I would wait for it to break this resistance. If I was going to do anything with DraftKings, I would wait until it breaks that 17.99. The day it does that, and then 2 more days. So I call it like 3 days plus shield. So I'll wait for it to break that resistance right there, and then day 2, day 3, and then sell calls on day 3. Not financial advice. That's what Jordan would do for entertainment purposes. I kind of don't have any strong conviction at this price. If it went up higher, I'd be bearish. If it goes down lower, if it came down somewhere in this region, I would want to go long on it if the whole market isn't tanking, because the stochastic, if it's set up to be a good trade. Hold on, I'm about to miss there. Oh, look, I'm over here talking. Anyways, if it's set up, to be a good trade, I'm cool with, I'm bearish, but I would go ahead and take a bullish position if I like the setup. Usually for me, it just feels much safer in this bearish market to find things that are uncorrelated to the S&P 500 and to short them via the method of selling calls. So I'm just flipping. Okay. But anyways, that just kind of gives you, this is my little after the market close, little just summary. Oh, indices, real quick. We gotta look at the indices. Let's see, what did the indices do today? ARC, so your high beta is up. The Qs are up. SPY is up, and then not much after hours. IWM up. So everything's up. Today's a green day. So depending on how much they're up, let's see, how much is the beta up? ARC is up significantly. That's 5%. So that's kind of risk on. Qs up almost 1%. That's a decent update. SPY 0.3. So that's kind of a nothing day. Just slow and steady up. Let's see. Get this turn going. The Dow is kind of a nothing day. It just looks like consolidation to me. Down, consolidate, and then we don't really know whether we're going up or down. It's kind of like indecisive. Price action is indecisive. If you did look at that stochastic, it looks like we maybe having a turnaround. What else we got? The Russell seems so 1%. That's like, that's more than SPY was like 0.3%. So it's like they're coming after they're going for the higher beta stuff, which is a signal for market turnaround. I don't think we're having a market turnaround, but typically your first one down in a bear market will be the Russell, followed by the Qs, and lastly by S&P. And then it's the reverse when the market flips. Let's see how good old Uncle Warren. Uncle Warren had a down. Was that a down day? 0.37 down. Huh. Okay. Well, Uncle Warren looks like he is, the stochastic's about to cross. So I don't think. Oh, I guess you can't short. I always thought that Berkshire didn't have options. I mean, you can short. I guess straight up short the stock too. Let's see what else. And then sectors. I'm not too concerned about sectors. We didn't have much of a big day. Just kind of risk on for the smaller stuff. Now this, I always like to look at this. So VIX, what happened to VIX? Because this tells us, is the price action real? This is my theory. Okay. Remember, not financial advice. I know I'm gonna say that like 100 times. But TXY, the dollar. What did the dollar do? The dollar went up 0.6%, and SPY went up 0.3%. So that's a bit of a divergence, because if S&P is going up, theoretically the dollar should go down. VIX did what it was supposed to. It went down. Market goes up, VIX goes down. No divergence. That's good. Home builders. Do we have a divergence in home builders? Let's see. Nope. It looks like it did about the same. 0.63%. That's negligible. S&P was up, home builders is up, no divergence. And you're seeing a cross on home builders for the stochastic. Let's go back to S&P. You're seeing, what's already been in a cross. So there you go. Not much, nothing crazy happening today. So anyways, guys, that's going to be it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.